Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Yo, we got Dave in here. How you doing, Dave? Hope you're doing well. We got Mayo in here. 48-hour charity raid. Yes, sir. But if you guys haven't heard, I know most people that are joining are getting shared from the last live. Um, sorry. Come on, phone. Um, Maul's Vengeance was just live. I think he's still live. I think they're going to chat for a little bit. But if you're not subscribed to Maul's Vengeance, I'm a part of 48-hour streamathon. And we are doing a bunch of live streams with a bunch of different content creators or community members of the Lego community. And we're going back to back for 48 hours. We started on Friday at 7. We're ending at Sunday on 7 at 7 Eastern Standard Time. This is the second stream that I've done during the time. And we are raising money for the California Fire Foundation and all those people who lost everything from the California wildfires. And this is to help the firefighters and all kinds of stuff. I have the link pinned in the chat to donate, and you can click on that link and check out the organization that we are donating to. So again, I'm not going to be pulling up who donated what or how much. It doesn't matter. We have a goal set on there, but if we don't reach it, it's not a big deal. We're just trying to raise as much money as we can and hang out and chat with our communities and build some Lego or talk about Lego or anything Lego themed. And so that's what we're doing. So I'm going to switch back to StreamYard here. Hello, Ostis Bricks. Thanks for being here. I think they're working their way through. Looks like 2003 ATT. Looks like a pretty cool set. That's the one I don't have. I have the gunship, but I don't have the ATT. But the ATAT is pretty cool. It comes with these old. Ooh, the lighting's gonna be bad. Excuse me. Yeah, you can't hardly see them, but it comes with these clone troopers. They're pretty cool. I don't have to keep this headset on. It's nice because I can hear myself. Am I too loud for you guys, or am I all right? Glad you're doing well, Dave. We got Giovanni in here too. Thanks for being here, Giovanni. I have to pop off that. Now I'm gonna get demonetized for playing Motley Crue. Boy, if it was up to me, we'd be like rocking out in here. I tell you what, we'd be playing some jams in here if it was up to me. But YouTube does not appreciate that. So anyway, last stream I kind of just like talked about myself and showed off Lego sets. I still can show off some of my Lego sets if anyone wants to see anything. But I was thinking that it's later at night, maybe I'll have a few people in here. And so I think that I was thinking about just building. I should probably get some music on in the background. That way you guys can kind of just chillax, maybe fall maybe fall asleep to my stream. But hopefully I don't put too many people to sleep. I'm gonna unplug this. Hopefully it's not too loud. Okay, what song to choose here? All right, how's that sound? Loop track, fade track in and out, add music. I'd tell you what, I wish I could. I'm gonna turn it down some more, seems so loud. Hello, LG phone. How you doing, man? It's been a while. Yeah, let's get to building. It's good? Okay, is the music good? Not too loud? I'll try to remember to keep changing the songs. Yeah, we're gonna get to building this. If we fly through this, I've got backup. And I kind of wanted to start with this one because I want to check out the Fives minifigure. I've not seen the Fives minifigure yet, but I thought maybe I'd save it for last as, you know, kind of the pinnacle. But I don't know. I'd be shocked if I got through both these builds. We'll see. I'm going to take these off. I look kind of funny wearing them. Hopefully I don't need those. All right. Let's get to cracking. As I destroyed the box. See how many stickers we got. Okay, not bad. Just the on the wings there. We got 5 people in here now. Thanks, guys, for being here. Appreciate you all being here. We're building Ahsoka Starfighter. I should put it... I should set the box up somewhere where you guys can see it. I'll move some of my spaceships back here. You got 2 sticker sheets in yours, Giovanni? That's crazy. I've heard of it happening before. I don't know. I didn't check if there's another one in there, but looks like I only got 1. So that's pretty cool. I know what some people do sometimes is when you get a new set like this, people will get the set and then they'll tell Lego that they lost it, and then Lego will send them another one. That way you always have an extra sticker sheet, so whenever you take the set apart or it gets damaged, then you can take the old stickers off and then reapply new stickers whenever you build it again, or if you resell it or whatever, you have like a fresh sticker sheet. So, I mean, it's not really stealing, but I guess it's not really like being completely truthful, but I don't know. I thought that was interesting. I heard someone tell me that they do that the other day, and I was like, oh, never thought about that. Honorable mention, Jedi Bob Starfighter. A little overpriced, but pretty cool. Hopefully that doesn't fall down. There we go. That kind of works. Yeah, no, Giovanni, that's awesome. I mean, that's up there with like getting a misprinted minifigure or something like that. Like that's pretty cool. I saw M&R Productions opened up Grogu's Pram, and it came with two Grogu's in it, like the minifigures, and I thought that was crazy. And he asked other people if they got two Grogu's, and they didn't. So he just got lucky, and they threw two Grogu's in the set. So I thought that was super cool. Thank you, Ostif Bricks. Yeah, I was just busy. I wanted to ask if I could jump on your guys' live stream, and I'd like to get to know you better. So if it ever comes up in the future, maybe we could do a stream together or chat or something. So it'd be nice to get to know you a little bit better. But I am going to Brickworld Chicago this year, so I'll definitely get to hang out with you there if we don't find time for a stream. Either way is fine with me. Yeah, I don't want to keep you up too late, but yeah, I mean, if you want to join, that's fine. Or I gonna be. I gotta keep Giovanni and gotta keep Giovanni locked in here with this build. I was promising Giovanni I was going to build Ahsoka Starfighter and this in the next 4 hours, so we'll see. But yeah, I've never been to Brickworld before. I live in Oregon, so it is a very long ways away from where I live. So I really wanted to go last year, but I just didn't have the money, and so I'm making it a priority this year because I want to get to know a lot of people. Giovanni's having doubts. Yeah. No, I don't want to call you out on it, but you looked a little tired, and so I don't want to keep you opening later. So I signed up for the graveyard shift. So, and that was on purpose because I wanted other people to have the other slots. So I wanted to take the graveyard shift. But yeah, that would be awesome if I could join and chat and get to know you and the other guys a little bit more. So it's been great getting to know all these different people that I've seen in the chat before on a couple of Brickheads or around on the internet. So it's nice finally getting to know people and stream with people. So it's been fun. I can click on Giovanni's comment here. Like 800 parts, that's not bad though, but the sticker sheets, that's an extra 2 hours. You gotta apply them all. Yeah, we'll see. I don't even have a brick separator handy. Normally I use those for. I guess this set probably comes with one, but yeah, I better get cracking. I gotta keep Giovanni entertained. Don't need him to fall asleep on me. All right, yeah, like I'm not holding it to you. Like if you don't show up back up in the chat and you just want to go to bed, totally fine. So I don't want to keep you up. It's been a long day for a lot of people, so I appreciate the offer. Just I guess let me know, or yeah, let me know in the chat, and then you can message me on Instagram, and I should be able to send you the link. But again, if you're tired, just totally go to bed. Here's the new windscreen piece. Look at that. Man, I want to tear this apart. I just need to build the thing, because if I sit here and talk about every individual piece, it came pre-scuffed. I don't think you guys, you can see it. Pre-scuffed Lego windscreen. Let's go. W's in the chat. All right, let's see if our Ahsoka minifigure is misprinted. Every time I build figures now, I'm like, where's the misprint? Where's the misprint? I really haven't found that many misprints. I just treat it as an extra challenge. I really do like these new lightsabers. Like, the first one that was like this was Mace Windu's in the turbo, not the turbo tank, the clone tank, and I really like them. Oh, maybe Luke Skywalker's was first. I can't remember which one was first. But I guess the technical term is frosted lightsaber tip blades. And I think they look good. I mean, you're never going to beat the OG ones with the bubbles in them, but I think they're pretty cool. Yeah, I like this Ahsoka minifigure. It's very accurate. I'd show you guys, but for whatever reason, the way my lighting's set up right now is, I think it would just like, well, I've had issues today with it like bleaching out the figure. But maybe it'll work because she's not a clone trooper. It's bleaching her out pretty bad. Oh boy. Anyway, if the lighting wasn't crazy, it's a really, there you can kind of see her. It's a really good figure. It's got the short, she's got the short legs, which is accurate for the Clone Wars era, and they're printed on, and her waist is printed on. The only thing this figure doesn't have is printing on her arms. But that's not really a big deal to me. Now her head's stuck in there, I can't get it off. There we go. And she's got a dual molded head, one with kind of like an angry face and one with like a smirk. So I really like this figure. I was never really like the Clone Wars figures from like 2007. They were good. Like I don't like them as much because they're not like accurate, but they have their own version of nostalgia because it's like all the sets had the like Clone Wars animated type printing on them. So anyways, I think they did a really good job with this Ahsoka minifigure. Giovanni said mine came pre-scuffed too. Average Lego nowadays, yeah, seriously. Need arms on my chair. My arms are gonna be tired. We'll see how long we can do it. I might have to change positions, but see. We'll do as much as we can. I forgot about the music. You guys tired of the same song yet? Feeding the ducks. Night Drive. Night Drive's pretty good. I could almost leave that one on repeat all night. Giovanni says, I hated the ARC 170 stickers so much they were all transparent ones. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I had to do those on the Indiana Jones set with the airplane. It was just a clear piece, and then it had clear stickers on it with lines in it. And I messed up on it. I wasn't ready for it, basically, because I put it on my thumb to like pull it off and to get it ready to put on the airplane. and my thumbprint, it pulled the oil off my thumb, and then I put the sticker on, and there's like a copy of my thumbprint on it, so it looks really bad. So yeah, it's just like I don't understand the clear sticker thing. It is not a super great design. Yeah, Lego's just interesting. Like certain like new sets are so like especially like the Speed Champions are so accurate, but certain sets that you get, you almost wish that Lego would do it like they used to back, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And so it's kind of weird to be like wishing for older features on a set, but yet have a new version of it. So it's just kind of interesting how that logic works. I just hope I don't build something wrong, because then I'm going to be like digging back through the instructions, looking at it and going like, where did I go wrong? I think we'll be fine. Giovanni's here to keep me in check. I'm really surprised this set didn't come with a brake separator. I mean, we all have complained about getting brake separators, but now it's don't have one. It's alright, I've got one laying around here somewhere. Can't wait to see the V19 turret. Need to see that finless P1 pilot. Yeah, that's. I hope they do it right. If they do, and knock it out of the park, it's gonna be probably the best. Well, we have Jango Fett's Slave 1 coming out, so but if they nail that pilot, it might be best figure of the year. But we will see. We will see. I think Lego enthusiasts have been asking for that since like day one almost. I'm gonna put my headphones back on, check on my music, make sure it's still going. Yeah, we're still going. I always remember whenever I'd watch Tyler's stream, he'd just leave this one song rolling. It's pretty chill. Pretty good song. How's everybody doing tonight? I see we got 3 people in here. We're working on, I have the box back up here. We're working on Ahsoka Starfighter. Doing the build for that. Pretty excited. The set hasn't been out for very long, but I've been wanting to get it, but I wanted to get it on sale. But we were doing this streamathon thing. I was like, well, I'm gonna need something to build, so I'll pick up this. I'll pick it up anyways. I was supposed to put a... I was kind of hoping that wasn't going to be a sticker, but it is a sticker. For the controls. Get this Starfighter down the road. I wonder if they're going to release more Starfighters, because I have Anakin Skywalker's and Obi-Wan Kenobi's up there on the shelf, but those came out a long time ago. They've gotten expensive. I think the Obi-Wan Kenobi one sealed in the box is like $140 last I looked, and I think the Anakin one's like $80 or something like that. It might be more by now. I don't know. I haven't looked in a long time. Here's what we got so far. It looks like the engines and the control panel, and we're working on the cockpit here. Here's how the cockpit's turning out. Looks like that's where the seat is, and this is like the back of the Starship. And white really gets bleached out. Yeah, I'm still like super excited to compare these sets to the older ones because this whole these two back pieces are different than the older ones. Because on the older ones it was all one piece on the canopy, and they changed the cockpit design and printed on it, which is nice that they printed on it. Again, it came scuffed out of the box, which is kind of frustrating, but I don't think we're gonna get anything better than that. But the Plo Koon Starfighter and I guess all the other ones are printed on too, so at least they're still doing that. I was worried it was going to be those clear stickers that they had on like the Indiana Jones set with the airplane. That was such a nightmare. But Giovanni was just saying that the ARC 170 has those stickers, which is kind of frustrating. But there we have the first bag done, and we're on to the second one. Oh, we got an extra lightsaber hill. That's cool. I think that's normal though, from what I remember. It's just you don't get extra lightsaber blades. But if anyone new is joining, that's the new Ahsoka. I'm sorry about the lighting, and I can't really change it from where I'm sitting. I don't know if I could, like... Oh, that doesn't really fix it, but... It's a really cool figure. I wonder if this... I wonder if these pieces are going to have issues with cracking, because the Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter that I have, the little wings that fold out on it, all the little clips have broken off. So, like, the little wings don't stay on it anymore, so I wonder if they'll have issues with cracking. I told you, Giovanni, if you're still in here, man, I'm gonna get this thing built in a hurry. I'm not even halfway through the stream yet. I do have some other sets I can build. I've got some 501st battle packs, the original ones. And this Astromech figure is super cool. R7, I was going to say R4, but I know it's not R4. I was low-key kind of hoping that these were going to be red, because I was going to try to see if I could use them to fix my Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter, but I think they made them white because they had issues with the red ones breaking. That's interesting. I thought these were red, but I guess they have stickers on them. This R7 looks really good. The printing's all straight. On the R4 figure that I got, with the Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter, it was all like tipped to one side, and so like it didn't look straight at all. But they did a really good job on this one. The centering's pretty good. I'll try to show you guys again, but it's just gonna white it all out. The light that I have back there is like a really big LED light. It's actually a Craftsman light, so it's meant for like construction work, but I just like draped a towel over it so that it's not bleaching everything out, but it's nice from like back here, but you can't see any detail from back here. But yeah, it's a pretty cool figure. Place it down the Lego studs and then it cracks. Also excited too to check out this new Anakin Skywalker figure. I'm glad that they included him in the set. I feel like so many sets that you pay $40, $50 for, you just get 2 figures in it, like the Jedi Bob Starfighter. I mean, I guess it came with a Gonk droid, but the new Gonk droids are terrible. I don't really like them. I like the old ones from like 2003. Those ones are really cool. I kind of like what I'm building. I like to so on the old instructions, which I actually have some here. I guess this one shows you some. I don't want to have to dig up my Jango Fett instructions, but on these old instruction books, a lot of the times when you're flipping through the pages, it doesn't show you where the bricks go. It just shows you like, this isn't a good example. I remember on the Jango Fett, the 2002 Jango Fett's instruction booklet, it doesn't show you what pieces you need. It just, you flip the page and it like adds more pieces to the build, and you have to figure out what pieces are going where and stuff like that. And so it's really challenging to build that set. And I'd pull them out for you, but they're like underneath my desk, like buried underneath of a bunch of stuff. But it makes building really challenging whenever it doesn't show you what pieces to pull out. Sorry, I've been focused on trying to build here and I haven't been saying much. But for those of you joining, I am a part of, let me click on it here, a 48-hour community streamathon. And we are raising money for the California Fire Foundation. For those people who lost everything in the wildfires, and there was so many different firefighters that went down there from different states and other countries. There's people that came down from Canada and brought their planes to help put out the fire, and it was a really bad deal because a little fire got started, then the winds picked up and made it spread really fast, and the planes couldn't fly and put out the fire, and it was pretty bad. And a lot of people lost their homes and everything that they have, and all they have now is the shirt on their back and the shoes that they walked out of the house with. And so we just thought we'd come together as a community and join forces, and we had a list of people who are going to stream, and we are going back to back for 48 hours and switching out between different streamers. And we're raising money for the California Fire Foundation. And so I have a comment pinned, and that is the link to donate, and no pressure. I mean, if you got $1, 50 cents, whatever you can spare, would be great if you could donate. But if not, I appreciate you being here and hanging out, and we're just chilling and building some Lego. If you guys want to chat about anything, just leave a comment and say hi. But we're I'm not reading out names and who donated what or anything like that. It's all not a big deal. And there is a chance, I did forget to bring up earlier, there's a chance if you do donate, another Lego channel, I don't know why their name is slipping my mind right now, but there's a giveaway. So if you donate, you have a chance of winning the Ghost, the Star Wars set Ghost. And one of the, I should have pulled up the exact post here. There it is. The Ghost and the Mini Scale Executor Star Destroyer. And the channel that is giving it away is Brick Dynasty. I don't know when they're doing the drawing for that. They may have, I don't think they already did it. I don't think they've done it yet. But again, just an extra perk. They decided to donate the sets to give away, so I thought that was really cool that they're doing that. So, Mall stream just ended, says Mayo. I got time to hop on, and so do others. Howdy, Generation Bricks. Thanks for being here. Took me a moment to find the channel. Yeah. I couldn't really comment anything, and I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. I didn't have. I think that the link didn't get posted for my channel in his stream, which is totally fine. I have a hard time finding people's channels too. So, Ultra Bricks, thanks for being here. Eric Hutt, do you like the Jedi Starfighter? I like it so far. I've been really impressed with the minifigures so far. We got the R7 here and Ahsoka. Again, I would show it up closer to the camera, but I'm having a lighting issue to where it kind of bleaches out a lot of things, and so you can't really see the detail on it. I can't show you guys very well. But anyways, we have the first bag done. And the new cockpit design is just very interesting. I'm excited to finish this set and compare them. The problem with some streamers is they aren't passing the baton by linking upcoming streams. Yeah. Because who was after me was my brain is moving slow. The person who was after me last time was Coolhan Luke, which is the guy who's like organized a lot of this, and he popped into my stream, and then we talked for a bit, and then we went over to his stream, and it was like super streamlined and easy, so I kind of lucked out there. But that's what's happening again tonight, is after I'm done streaming, he's gonna hop on, and like I'm gonna send everyone over to him. Yeah, that's this is the new Ahsoka Starfighter. And the lighting. Yeah, he is running all over the place. So I think he's actually sleeping right now because he's going to be live after I am. But I think I'm going to stay up with him for a little bit. Yeah, this set's pretty cool. And for whatever reason, I kind of forgot that Anakin Skywalker came in this set, but I'm glad that he is in this set. Because the last Anakin Skywalker we got, to my knowledge, was the one that came in this set. But he had his... I don't know what it's called, his headpiece for communicating with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he didn't have a dual-sided face, and so it was just kind of annoying because, like, when you know, it looks good when he's in the ship, but when you pull him out and you want to put him into a battle scene with like Captain Rex or something like that, then he's got this big mouthpiece on the side of his head, and so it looks kind of funny. But this one that comes in this set, I think he's got a dual-molded head. But I don't know. We'll have to see when we get there. But I know it doesn't have... I know at least on the box he doesn't have the headpiece on. So I think it'll be a nice Anakin Skywalker to add to anyone's collection. Yeah. Getting better at catching names. I appreciate that. I'm bad with names. Like if I like go to an event and meet someone for the first time and like shake their hand and say hi and I've never met them before, like my brain will forget it. As soon as I look away from them, I'll forget their name. And I'm like, who was I just talking to? But I'm trying to get better with names myself. I'm undecided between her Clone Wars last season look or Ahsoka's show look. Yeah, For me, this figure is a little bit nostalgic because it's like, Clone Wars era, but it's not the animated Clone Wars face. It's like the real or live action or realistic face. But the I have the other Ahsoka here, and she has the long legs, of course, which is accurate because she's a bit older. But it's really nice that she has arm printing on. It's super cool, and you know, she even has foot like printing on her like feet and her torso and legs and everything. So this figure, I don't know, it's hard to argue because this figure from the Ahsoka show is really detailed. But I feel like they did a good job with this Clone Wars Ahsoka. Everyone organized 48-70-hour streams participated in and given streams of full information. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I feel like eventually, well, the other thing that's been nice is Cool Han Luke has been like every time a stream transitions from one person to the next, he's been going on his Instagram and tagging the next person going live. That way, if anyone's confused of like, oh, who's live next? I don't know. I don't have the list. Then, you can go to his page and he has the full list of who's supposed to be next. And that way you can search up their name and pop into their stream. But what he has been doing as well is posting on his story the actual link for their live stream. And so he's sleeping right now, so he didn't get it posted for mine. But again, it's not a big deal. I knew the people who would want to be here would eventually make it here. So it'll all turn out good in the end. I try to subscribe to those taking part on these and see what sort of stuff everyone is up to. Yeah, I've been doing the same thing. It seems like there's a lot of channels that are like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like starting out YouTube or like at 1,000 subscribers or at 500 subscribers, but these like smaller channels, I mean, not all of them are small. Some of them have more than others, and it's not a competition. I don't mind, but just me searching up YouTube videos on YouTube for like Lego content, those people aren't getting recommended to me, so I don't know everyone. And so it's been really great doing this streamathon with all of these people because I mean, I've seen a handful of them in the couple of Brickheads chat or another YouTube streamers chat, but like I've, never got to watch them live stream or anything like that. And I've subscribed to some people before, but it's really nice doing this 48-hour live stream because like I'm getting to know all these people. Excuse me. And I'm, subscribing to their pages and stuff like that and following their Instagram accounts. And so, yeah, it's been really nice to get to know a lot more people. Yeah, I completely agree. That's kind of how I feel. Like I've had my YouTube channel for like 2 years now or maybe longer. And yeah, like I would love to go, in the past I've wanted to go live with somebody, but I don't know anybody. And all I know is some of the bigger streamers or the bigger YouTube creators. And it's like, am I really going to message someone with, 500,000 subscribers or 50,000 subscribers and they're going to reply back to me and be like, oh yeah, I'll do a live stream with you? It's like, there are some really nice people who will do that. But you can't expect to have a reply to an Instagram message and immediate yes. Like, it's just not going to happen. So it's nice to get to know a lot more people in the community and, make connections. And, there's a lot of people going to Brickworld. That's why I'm like prioritizing going to Brickworld this year, because I want to get to meet people and shake their hands and talk to them about Lego, and then, form these friendships that otherwise I wouldn't have formed. I live in Oregon, so like Chicago is a long ways away from me. And so, I would never get to meet people unless I go to Brickworld Chicago, which is like the biggest Lego convention, I think, in the world, but for sure in America. Mayo says his DMs are always open. General Tron's Brick says, I'm in Oregon too. Oh, so we are closer than we thought. See, you learn something new every day. Yeah, I live down in the Willamette Valley, so I don't want to give out specific locations or your specific locations, but that's in general where I live, so it's a pretty big area. But the west half of Oregon, I like Eastern Oregon. Eastern Oregon's cool. Cascade Bricks has been my big show. Yeah, I don't know why they never advertise it, so I've never known about it until I went to this used Lego store, and the owner was telling me about it. He was like, "Have you ever been to Cascade Bricks before?" I was like, "No, what's that?" And he was like, "It's in Portland. It's like the biggest Lego show in Oregon." And I was like, I've never heard of it before, and I've been like hardcore into Lego for a long time. So I would argue they do a very poor job of advertising. Like, I guess it's just word of mouth, because I had never heard of it before. Well, I was huge into Mindstorms in high school. I was homeschooled, so I wasn't going to public school, but we had friends who were homeschooling whose parents worked at HP, and they were engineers, and they're like, hey, let's buy a couple of Mindstorms kits, get into the I think it was called the Lego League or something like that, and then we'll put a team together and build a robot and go compete in the Mindstorms competitions. And we won the county competition, and then we went to state, and I did like all of that and still like never heard of Brick Cascade. And so it was just, I've looked on Instagram, I've looked on the internet, like I was like, there's no conventions around here. I have to drive to Seattle or California for a Comic-Con or something like that, but I've never heard of it. Brick Cascade in Portland is the big show of the West Coast now. Yeah, that's what I was told, and I was like, "You're joking, right?" Like, I've never heard of it, and I've been a big Lego fan for a while. I go to Portland shows too. I like Cars a lot. I don't know if you guys know that, but I like Cars a lot, and they have the big auto salon up in Portland every year where they show off all the new cars coming out, and they show off some of the other cool cars that people have collected and stuff like that. And I drive up there for that, and I don't know, it was really weird. I'd never heard of it. Yes, very poor advertising. I mean, for something like that, it should be coming up on my news feed, at least on like, Facebook, they can have Facebook ads, Instagram ads. There's another convention that comes here, but it's like really lame. Everyone tells me I shouldn't go to it, so I haven't gone to it. I can't remember what it's called. But it's basically like it's like set up for like 5-year-olds. They like just have some Lego on display, and it's really basic, and then they have like a bin of Legos that you can dig through and build something with, and like that was it. It's May 17th and 18th this year. Okay, well, I should be able to make it. I'm going to Brickworld Chicago, but I think that's the second week of June. It's like the 10th or something like that. So I should be able to make it. It'll be a little bit tight, but it should. Yes, that's what it is. Brickfest Live. Yeah, I don't know, like on their Instagram ads, it looks exciting, and then like you click on the page and you pull up the page, you start reading about it and looking through the pictures, you start talking to people about it. I'm like, oh, this looks really boring. But yeah, no, I'm really interested in going this year. It keeps slipping my mind because again, I've only heard about it one time from one person like 6 months ago, and he's like, actually I just missed it. Like he told me about it, I was like, oh, it happened like a month ago. I was like, great, I just missed it. I was super bummed. It helps when a convention manager has a good presence on social media. That's why people always talk about Brickworld Chicago and Brick Slopes. Their managers talk to fans all the time. Yeah, that's definitely the case. Brickfest changed owners after COVID, yeah, and changed. I see. Well, maybe it was cool at one point. I don't know. I've never been to one, so I'm not putting that on the calendar. All right, that's awesome. Yeah, well. Yeah, I mean, shoot me a message on Instagram or follow me on Instagram. I don't think I have it linked in here. Oh, I do. Look at that. There's my Instagram. If you follow my Instagram and shoot me a message, and I don't know, I'd at least like to follow your page if you have a Lego Instagram. And I don't know, maybe we could meet up or go buy some Lego or something. It'd be fun. All right. Yeah, so that'll be nice. I'll have a couple of brick conventions to look forward this year. Was already super excited about Brickworld Chicago, but it's a lot nicer when you only have to drive, a few hours to a brick convention instead of flying or driving 28 hours to a brick convention. And the Brickworld Chicago is not expensive. It's like $20 to get in, but like all of the hotels and the plane flights and doing all of the things is like pretty expensive. It adds up quick. I put that piece in the wrong place. I don't know where my brick separator went. There it is. I always thought brick separators were like lame because when I was a kid, I would just use my teeth and like separate them. And I was like, I can't do that anymore. There actually was one time that I accidentally swallowed a piece. I had a Lego spaceman and I was like popping his visor off with my teeth, and then it like went down my throat, and then I was like choking on it. I remember like choking on it. My mom had to like get me to cough it up. It was not good. Definitely not recommend. Eric says same. I laugh at it now, but in the moment it was not very funny. I flew 24 hours to Brookwood, Chicago, and I'm flying 20 hours to Bricktastic in England. When I see the world, it's a business trip. There you go. That's how you got to think about it. Tax write-off, right? That's cool. The wing's turning out good. I always find these wing designs very interesting because they're like very thin, and they gotta like all the pieces have to support each other. But the Lego designers do a pretty good job at figuring all that out. It's a pretty cool design. I don't know if I can show it because it's going to white it all out. Yeah, it's just going to white it all out. Anyway, they take these little pieces like this, and then they have one facing one way and one facing the other way, and then it fits into this tight little section down here. It's a pretty cool design. A lot of structural integrity. Have I built the ARC 170? I have not. So I went and bought both these sets. I guess it was last night at Walmart, which was the closest thing to where I was at the time. I don't shop at Walmart a lot because I have to drive a ways to get to it, but I was already across town to where I was, and so I just went there and they had the Ahsoka set. They had Yoda's. I always want to call him Baby Yoda. Grogu's pram and the new one, which was pretty cool. I'd like to get it because I have the other Baby Yoda back behind me. But they didn't have the ARC 170, and I asked the clerk there if she knew if they had it or not, and she said they didn't have it. But I think I was lucky to find Ahsoka Starfighter because I got the last one that they had. So for whatever reason, this area has a really hard time with getting inventory, because like when there's a release date like January 1st, I promise you I can drive to every Walmart and every Target and every Fred Meyer's within like a 2.5 hour radius of me, and none of them will have it day one or week 1 or week 2. It's right around like 3 weeks to a month typically, where it's like, it's not all the sets, it's just some sets. Like the Mustang Dark Horse, the Speed Champion set, I couldn't find it anywhere. I still don't have it. I saw it eventually, but I wasn't, by the time I saw it, it was like 4 months after it came out, and I wasn't like excited about it anymore, so I ended up not buying it. But it's just really weird. Like, I'm trying to remember another set. There's been several sets where I go like, release day, they don't have it. A week after release day, they don't have it. 2 weeks after release day, they don't have it. And I'm just like, what's the problem? It got to the point, I remember it was if I can grab it here. It was this set. And my light's gonna white it all out, but it was this tank with the purple phase 2 troopers. I can't remember what regiment they are, but I could not find this set anywhere. And I think it was a bigger area than just where I live. I think they underproduced the set. They weren't expecting it to sell very well, and for whatever reason, they just didn't make enough of them. But I couldn't find it anywhere. I ordered one off of Lego.com, and it showed up in like 4 days of release date, and then I couldn't find it anywhere. I went to Kohl's, I went to Barnes and Noble. It was crazy. I couldn't find it anywhere. Yeah, usually Barnes and Noble is like the secret spot to get Lego, and Kohl's for whatever reason. It just depends on. Kohl's is kind of like Target, where Target gets like, well, I guess it's not the same. Target gets exclusive Target sets that you can only buy at Target and like the Lego store. But Kohl's like only gets certain groups of sets. They're not Kohl's exclusives, they're just certain groups of sets. And I never shop at Kohl's. Like, they have just stuff that I'm not interested in. It's mostly like, I don't want to sound rude or anything like that, but it's mostly just girl clothes. And like, you know, I'm not going in there looking for anything that I need, because, you know, maybe my wife will go there or something like that, but like, I'm not going into Kohl's on a regular basis. But for whatever reason, they like, I think every Kohl's has like a Lego section, and some of them are big and some of them are small, but like every Kohl's has one. And it's like, when some of the battle packs were coming out, I couldn't find them anywhere. I'd go to Kohl's and they had like tons of them, because who goes shopping for Lego at Kohl's? It's just really weird. But yeah, Barnes and Noble's the same way. It's like people go there to buy books and read and stuff like that, but it's like, oh look, they have an insane amount of Lego, and they typically have some of the more expensive sets too. So it's like, I can't remember the Invisible Hand, like Cad Bane ship. They'll have that. They'll have Optimus Prime. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to my Target and they never had Optimus Prime, but you go to Barnes and Noble and there's Optimus Prime. So it's just like it's really interesting. The Nobes, as Sean would say. Barnes and Nobes. He's saying Barnyas and Nobly. But yeah. Anyway, there's like you want to find the secret stash of Lego, check out Kohl's and then check out Barnes and Nobles. But if you're looking for nicer, more expensive sets, go to Barnes and Nobles. If you're looking for battle pack type stuff, go to Kohl's. There's a I found sets early at Kohl's and Fred Meyer's. I don't know if your guys' states or wherever you live has Fred Meyer's. It's like of the Myers brand, but I found sets like a few days early or a week early at Fred Meyer's sometimes, and at Kohl's I found a couple of sets early, so that's been kind of fun. It's always fun to find sets early, but like I said, with some of the shipping issues in this area, I can't find them 3 weeks after the set came out. And I know that there are people that go to the Lego store that they're called scammers, who will take all of the sets off the shelf, throw them in their cart, and then drive home and post them on Facebook Marketplace for $10-15 more. But I know that hasn't happened because I'll go down the aisle and look at all the tags and look for the set number, and the tags aren't even out for the sets. So I know that someone didn't buy them all or steal them, which stealing has been a problem up here. The bricks and minifigures have been broken into 6 times, and people steal from Walmart and stuff like that. It's really bad. Did you know a piece of history? I don't know what to title it, but the biggest Lego, I want to say scam, or the most amount of stolen Lego ever happened an hour away from my house, down in Eugene, Oregon. You can look it up right now on Google. It was called Brick in the Wall. You Google Brick in the Wall. It was the biggest find of stolen Lego ever. And I've been into the store before twice. I never bought anything except for a couple of small pieces I needed to finish my 2003 AT. But so what they were doing is Bricks and Minifigures will not buy current sets that are sealed that are on the shelves, because there are people who will steal sets and then they will flip them for cash. And this Brick in the Wall place was buying this set. I would walk in there with this, someone would walk in there with this set and be like, hey, can you give me because I don't remember what this set is, $55-$60. They would walk into the store and they would sell this set sealed that they stole from whatever other store, and they would sell it to this store called Brick in the Wall, and they would buy it from them. They're like, well, we'll give you $30 cash or $20 cash. So they were buying a $60 set for 15% of what it's actually worth. And so these bad people would go steal Lego sets from Bricks and Minifigures in Eugene or from Walmart or whatever, drive down to this guy's store, he would buy them all, and then he had all of this stolen Lego because he wasn't checking or didn't care. But apparently, in the article, if you read it, they actually had proof. The FBI had proof that he knew that they were stolen Lego sets, and these, crackheads or whatever were selling them and buying drugs with the money they got, or doing whatever they wanted with it. And it was crazy. If you look at the picture on the website, there is a pile of Lego sets that they have looked up the SKU numbers and have proof that that set was stolen from a store out of their inventory. And it was valued at $250,000 of stolen Lego. That's crazy. That's $250,000. I just, like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I've been to that store before. And the reason why I didn't buy anything, because his prices were absurd. He'd get a set like that for $15, and then he'd mark it up and sell it for like $70. And it's like, I'm not paying $70 for a set I can drive down to Walmart and buy for $20 cheaper. It was crazy. It blew my mind. Yeah, it was a pretty crazy story. But yeah, that's one of my crazy stolen Lego stories that is just wild. People do anything for money. Everyone's trying to make an extra buck. Yeah, I think the guy's in jail now. I didn't follow up with it very much, but I just remember reading the original story and I was like, there's no way. But yeah, I think he's in jail now. Can you imagine getting in jail and being like, yo, what are you in for? He's like, yeah, I stole $250,000 worth of Lego. It's just crazy. I do have an easier time selling Lego than car parts. Yeah, I hear you. I like cars too, and I've bought and sold, and that's how I paid for the UCS Razor Crest. I had an extra motor laying around. I mean, I don't have a lot of motors laying around, but I had a motor sitting around. It was a 2JZ motor out of an IS300, and I thought I was going to need it, and I didn't end up needing it. And I sold it to a guy for $500 and bought the UCS Razor Crest. But dude, selling car parts is tough. Unless it's something very desirable or something that commonly breaks and people are always looking for it, or it's even if it's a rare piece, you have to find the right buyer for it. Yeah, selling. I had a steering wheel for a car that I was just trying to sell for $40, and it took me 3 months to sell it. But yeah, Lego definitely sells a lot quicker. My family came home, they need me. Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out, Mayo. Um, maybe I will see you later because I'm gonna be live for another half an hour, and then I think Cool Han is gonna be up. Cool Han's gonna be going live, and then I think I'm gonna chat and hang out with him for a little bit. Then I'm gonna go to bed. Need to finish this ship. I have like I'm almost halfway done with it, I think, or we're about to the halfway point. Yes. To me, the Lego people don't nickel and dime you. Yeah, they're just like, it's worth what it's worth. And, well, unless you're trading in Lego sets to bricks and minifigures, they will definitely take advantage of you. They'll be like, oh, well, even though the market value on that set's $120, we'll offer you $60 or $70, like half price. But again, I know they got to make money, but they still just do not offer you anything close to what the set's worth. But on Facebook Marketplace, I mean, you can list a set. Like if you listed a car part and a Lego set at the same exact time for like market value, I promise you the Lego set would sell faster. Unless it's like a set that like nobody wants or is like not very popular. But if it's a Star Wars set, like I promised you that it will sell faster than like any car part. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, if you have a lot of inventory to move, you just mark down the price. And well, that's what I thought was interesting when I was watching the Couple of Brickheads show, and I don't know why I can't remember his name right now, but they were talking about selling on Whatnot last week, and they were talking about like people who've started their own used Lego stores. And I thought it was interesting. I was asking them like, what's the profit margin? What's the perfect profit margin? Do you want like 40, 50, 60%? And the one guy got on there and he was like, yeah, ideally it would be great if your profit margin was, 60%. But he said, if I can mark a set down cheaper and make $10 on it or $5 on it, and it sells faster, I would much rather sell it faster, get it out of the store, and make my $5 on it, because then you're moving a lot more inventory, and you're making those little paychecks faster than you would if you were to have it marked at retail price, or oh, I have this old sealed set from 2003. Let's put it at $300 and let it sit on the shelf for 9 months and wait for the right person to come in who really wants it, who has the money to buy it. And then, let's say you spent $100 on the sealed set from 2003, and then you sell it for $300, and you made 200% profit. But is it worth letting it sit on your shelf for that long and taking up that shelf space? Probably not. You should have listed it, for $150 and made $50 on it. So it's just really interesting how they were saying that, it's not always about profit margin. You can't operate as a corporation when you're starting out, or when you're running a small business. Big corporations have deep pockets, and they do not need to be in a hurry to sell things because they know that eventually someone will buy it. But I'm not sure how well this piece is going to stay on. It's only being held on by one stud. That's crazy. Reminds me of the Razor Crest. Every time I look at the Razor Crest, a piece falls off of it. and the landing gear broke on it. I got the set. I thought it was super cool. It was like one of the coolest sets ever, and well, definitely one of the coolest sets I have. And it's very detailed, very cool. I added the light kit to it, and it's really cool. But like the landing gear broke on it. The little like covers that go over the landing gear broke off. The guns are broken off right now. There's pieces on it that are only held on by like one stud, and you like pick up the ship or like take the windscreen off of the cockpit and it breaks, and it's just like I've like rebuilt it like 20 times or something like that, like the little pieces that keep breaking on it, and then like it just breaks again. Like it looks pretty bad right now because it's like all lopsided and the guns are falling off of it. And I've just gotten to the point where I just don't care. I'm like, whatever, like it's just the broken UCS Razor Crest. I don't know. I thought about trying to sell it to get the UCS Jabba sail barge because I think that set's really cool, but I don't know. Yeah, that's true, Eric. That it's just going to keep going up in price. It's just when you have expenses every month, like the power bill and the rent and, you know, all the things coming in, you're kind of on a time limit of like how long you can sit on it. Like, can you afford to sit on it? If it's something super rare like Cloud City, like, you know, Cloud City hasn't gone up or down too much in value in the last few years because it's like, you know, it's, I don't know, I guess sealed is like 10 grand and like open bags and everything is between like $2,500 and like $4,000, and so it hasn't changed much. But who knows? I mean, I don't know if I can reach it. This set has gone up a lot in value. I have it sealed. The 2003 Geonosis Starfighter. You know how much I pay for this? Facebook Marketplace. A lady was selling it. She's like, I bought these Lego sets with my kids when they were young, and we never opened it. And I got a couple other sets from her. And she was like, I want these to go to a good home. I don't want these to go to a reseller or like. Anyway, she sold me this for like $50, $60 sealed, and at the time it was worth like $150. And now when I look it up on eBay, it's worth like $300 sealed. And so a set like this just keeps going up in value because it's got the sand. It's got the sand. I'm trying to think of the specific name. Sand red droids in it, and they're never making them again, so it just keeps going up in value. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't really want to sell it. I don't really want to trade it. Excuse me. It just, you can't rebox up 2003 like a two, and this is like an experience in a box. Like it's like a, you know, like it could be some kid's core memory, or like, you know, I remember I got that set for Christmas, I opened it or whatever. Like so I have a hard time opening old sealed sets, and I don't really want to sell them. And so like to me it's like an emotional experience from 2003 that's like saved in some kind of like time capsule. I guess I look at this like a time capsule, I guess is the best way to put it. And at any point, if you open it like you're experiencing 2003 Christmas or your birthday, or like going to Lego store and buying the set and opening it for the first time, because you get to open the bags, all of the little like cards and cool stuff from the 90s or from the early 2000s are in there. It's a time capsule experience to like open something like this. And so I have a hard time opening it. And so what I did is I went and bought the set that was used, and I have the figures and the build and all the stuff. So it has helped me to not open it. But I don't know what to do with it. So it's going to sit on my shelf for a while. Because I like collecting old things. Or Star Wars things, because I have some of the old 1999 magazines. Those are fun to look at, and the instructions. So I don't know, it's just it depends on the set too, because like I got the Desert Skiff. I know you guys can't see it, but I got the Desert Skiff, and from 2003, I think, and I got it sealed and I opened it, and I had a really good time opening it. It was a lot of fun. The bags are the old bags of plastic that have holes in them, so whenever you open it, it tears them and it goes like pop, 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 pop. And it's got that's just out of reach. It's got these old like pamphlets with like showing you all the sets that are coming out that year, and like it was a lot of fun. So I think I will eventually open it. I just don't know when. I guess I'm saving it for a rainy day or a special occasion or something like that. Sorry, I've been behind on chat a little bit. I'm going to catch up here. Yeah, after my first UCS, the Millennium Falcon, I vowed to not deal with UCS sets anymore because it takes up too much space and they break easy. Yeah, that's definitely how I feel after doing the Razor Crest. It's very detailed and it's minifigure scale. Like you can't argue with that. And I've always wanted to experience that, and it's cool. I couldn't imagine the Millennium Falcon. I've actually seen it one time. I went over to a friend's house who had it, and I was like, I could not believe how big it was. I mean, you're like this, and like you still don't have a hold of all of it. You opened an Instagram. That's awesome. Yeah. I had a couple of sealed sets and I just couldn't do it, and I had to open them and build them. Yeah, and I totally understand that, and I've done that before. It's just certain sets like that, I don't know. It depends on the set. Some sets I don't care. I'll crack them open and it's a ton of fun and I enjoy it. Other sets, I don't know. I have the A-Wing Starfighter from 2000. I have this set that's sealed. The box isn't perfect. There's like, I don't know if you can see it, there's like a dent back here. This set sealed is worth like almost $200. But you go find a used one, it's worth $20. And so it's like, why would I not go buy the $20 set and leave this one sealed? And so when you really sit down and think about it, it's like, is it the value that's holding me back? Is it the money? But for me, like I said, it's a time capsule. So like there's only so many of these in the world that are sealed. And once you open it, like you've experienced that time capsule. So I don't know. Oh, it's okay, General Trons. Freaks. It's like the little arrow thing up in the top right corner. There's like a little arrow that's like this pointing up in the corner. That's where like your messages are. But yeah, anyway, it depends on the set. Some of them I'm like, yeah, I'll crack it open, no problem. The other one for me was Darth Revan. I got Darth Revan for like $60 from a Bricks and Minifigures. They had no idea what it was. They were just like, oh, here's a whole box full of what's the word? Poly bags. Here's a whole box full of poly bags. Dig through them. Oh, by the way, I have this secret stash of them. Check this out. Looking through them, I'm like, I didn't even know like what Darth Revan was, but I remembered from watching a video that it was like a May 4th promotion. And I was like, that figure's super cool. And then I like got on my phone real quick and looked up how much it was worth, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like a $250 minifigure sealed in the bag, and I just paid $60 for it. There was two of them. I should have bought both of them, but I didn't have enough money to buy both of them. But I bought one of them, and then I kept it sealed for like 3 months. And every time I looked at it, I was like, I can't leave this in the bag. Like, this figure is too cool to leave in the bag. Hey, Brick Hive, thanks for stopping by, dude. Yeah, we'll see you later this morning. I don't know what time it is for you where you are, but it's like 12:45 here. That's the fake Brick Hive. How do you know? Hold on. Let me pull it up on my phone. I want to pull it up on my phone. But a fake Brick Hive wouldn't know what to say. Let me pull up my stream on my phone. Now I'm curious. It is a fake Brick Hive. I think Mayo's got. I don't know. I think Mayo's got fake accounts and he's trolling me. Yes, Eric, that is Kickstart My Heart, and believe me, if it was up to me, we would be blasting Motley Crue in here and Dio, all kind. I love 80s rock, and well, Motley Crue is not just 80s rock, but you know what I mean. And Metallica, we'd be playing some bangers up in here, but YouTube would be throwing a fit. They'd be like, we gotta demonetize him. We gotta ban the video. We gotta shut him down. But yeah, if it was up to me, we'd be playing some. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning here. I'm tired. I need some good music. So like, you know, we'd definitely be rocking out if YouTube wouldn't throw a fit about it. But I'm pretty sure I've talked to people. They've been live streaming. They accidentally like hummed a song, or like the song came on for like 30 seconds or a minute or whatever, and then YouTube turned off their live stream. Like literally just turned it off. It was wild. But like, it's weird. If I was streaming on Twitch right now, we could be playing video games and I could be listening to whatever song I wanted, and then, you know, nobody cares. Apparently I've heard a few people have gotten in trouble, but like, nobody cares. I don't know, Mayo. I swear I think you're the one who's the fake Brick Hive. Because if it was a troll, how would they know about the show that's coming up later? You know, someone who's in the chat right now, that's their bot account. I promise you. Okay. When you come to Chicago, I'll take you for a ride in my 80s Mustang, show you the car scene. Hell yeah. I'm more excited. I might be more excited about that than Brick World, if I'm going to be honest. I love cars. So if it's an 80s Mustang, you have a Fox body Mustang, huh? What motor's in your Fox body Mustang? I can't believe how expensive the Fox body Mustangs have gotten. They were like $2 or $3 a while ago, but then everyone found out that they were good for drag racing, and then the price has gone through the roof, and they're like $15,000, $20,000 cars now. Yo, Lord Scar Scream, what's up? Thanks for the sub, dude. Appreciate it. Okay, so you confirmed that it's one of the regular trolls. Interesting. 87 with a 306 and a 5-speed. Well, that sounds like a good time. Is the exhaust straight piped? Or well, I guess you're in Chicago, so you probably have to be a good boy and leave the Cadillac converter in it. At least a muffler on it, right? Yeah, no, there's a lot of, so I don't know if you follow Larry. I like drifting a lot. I don't know if you have watched any drifting, like drift or anything like that, but I like drifting a lot. I like drag racing. X pipes, down pipes, nice. So it sounds good. I can already imagine what it sounds like. It sounds amazing from what I can see in the chat. You get me off on a car tangent here. But anyway, if you follow Larry Chan on Instagram, he's gone to Chicago before and like gone to their like night meets and like got to know, like taking pictures of like people's cool cars there. And there's a lot of cool cars in Chicago from what I've seen, and I haven't even dug into it that much. Yeah, my audio changed. Can you hear me? Maybe I bet it's my computer. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I've been having issues with my microphone, and I was trying not to unplug it, and it got messed up somehow, and so I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix it. I don't think I can fix it without restarting StreamYard. Okay, I think I have this figured out. I don't want to mess with this microphone right now. Chicago's a pretty big car scene. I set it up purposely for handling. I got really big into drifting and everything like that. So for what it keeps up with on the modern cars is no problem. Well, that's awesome. I can already tell that we're going to be good friends. I don't know if you know what car this is, but I have a 2002 Lexus IS300, and it came with the 2JZ GE, which is like very similar to the one that's in the Fast and Furious and the Mark IV Supra. The only difference is the pistons and the rods, and they don't have oil squirters on it. But anyway, I paid a shop to like put forged pistons and rods in it, and I was gonna like build like a 600 horsepower drift car, and I was gonna put a T56 Magnum in it. And the shop that I paid to do it ended up stealing my money and not finishing my car, so I'm dealing with that right now. But anyways, that was the goal with my car, but it never ended up happening. So now my car is just sitting in my driveway with no motor in it. But I do have the motor though, so I could still finish it. It's just going to take some money. I know I'm as old as Brick Hive. 1977. Yep. Dang. Our rating in 7 minutes. Yeah, I gotta keep track of that. I was gonna finish the Ahsoka Starfire, but we got busy talking. I feel old, but I'm not quite brain dead yet. Oh my gosh. Hey, I hear ya. He's just lacking. All he needs is a little sip of coffee, a little bit of nicotine, maybe, a little bit of caffeine, nicotine. Hey, caffeine plus nicotine equals protein, right? No, I don't recommend starting nicotine if you've never done that. Do not start down that trail. But anyways, coffee is good for you. Nicotine is not. But anyway, I'm getting way sidetracked. But I do like caffeine. My problem with caffeine is it makes me fall asleep. Like, it used to work, but it doesn't anymore. I was working at this lumber mill and for a little bit, and I was getting up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, driving an hour and a half there, and then working a 12-hour shift, and then driving home an hour and a half. Anyway, I was like drinking energy drinks all the time. And there was one day at work, it was like, later in the week, like a Wednesday or Thursday. I went to the convenience store. I bought a cold brew Starbucks drink. It had 300 milligrams of caffeine in it. I drank the whole thing, and my truck broke down. So I was at the mechanic. I sat down on a stool, not even like a comfy chair. I sat down on a stool after drinking a 300 milligram coffee, like cold brew coffee drink, and I fell asleep for half an hour. Cool Han, there he is. Did you get your 7 hours of sleep? I was gonna get back to Generaltrons. I got ADHD. Coffee slows my brain into workable speeds. Yeah, I don't want to self-diagnose because it drives me nuts when people do that. But I've been meaning to go get tested, but I swear that I have it. But again, I don't want to self-diagnose, but I wonder sometimes. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I have to listen to music all the time. Do you listen to music all the time? Like I have to listen to music, or I can't focus on doing anything. I know exactly what 2JZ is. I love the platform. Yeah, me too. It's just very expensive. But I'm terribly bored of seeing LS swapped. Whatever. Like, again, the LS is cool, but like way overdone. When I see LS, you want to talk about cringe, Eric? What makes me cringe is when I see an RX-7 that has been LS swapped. That really that really gets me going. But yeah, 2JZs are expensive, unfortunately. But hopefully one day I'll get one that runs. I just got mine sitting in my garage right now on an engine stand. Grabbing some breakfast, getting set up. I will be on. Keep it going for a few more minutes, my man. All right, no problem. We're ranting at the moment. Background noise, yes, exactly. Like, and I can't fall asleep at night either. I'll lay in bed, my brain's like, I'm like, I need white noise or a washing machine running or something in the background, a waterfall, open the window, listen to some wind or something. Like, I need to go get tested. But anyways, that's a whole other side topic. Use the Force in 2 minutes, Luke. Yeah, I bet he can. Helps me too, but also helps tendonitis. Yeah, I bet it does. Actually, another side tangent is I broke my pelvis in 2020, so that was actually when I started collecting all this Lego. Again, I grew up with Lego at my parents' house, and all of my childhood Lego is at my parents' house, and I haven't gone back and taken any of it because I don't really feel like it's mine to take. But yeah, I broke my pelvis in 2020. I'd pull up the picture, but it'd take me too long. But I've got these to show for it. I broke my pelvis in 3 places, and I had 3 long screws going all the way through my pelvis holding me together. I couldn't walk for 6 months and I was in bed. I would not wish it on my worst enemy. It was very painful. My music consists of 80s one-hit wonders. Exactly. There are a few albums where you can, pull out a couple of songs, but one-hit wonders are good to go. My favorite one right now, or maybe not my favorite one, but one I really like is, I gotta get back to my home screen here. I really like the Stranger Things meme where the kid gets out of the Camaro and he's like, "Here I am," I laugh every time I see that. I'm like, yeah, I love 70s Camaros. I think there's late 70s Camaros. I think they're super cool. But they've gotten more affordable now. They were really expensive, but they've gotten a little more affordable now. Yeah, no, it was bad. I can go into a little more detail, but it was pretty wild. So I was at work working on a farm, and they have those UATVs where we call them side by sides, where it has 2 seats and a steering wheel. It's like a go-kart basically. And we had 2 of them, and we were driving down on this farm to go move irrigation lines. And I was catching up to this other one, and I bumped. It was dusty out because it was June, and it's on a gravel road, and it was dusty out, and I bumped into the other one because I was trying to catch up to them, but I bumped into them, and my front passenger side tire touched their rear driver's side tire, and for whatever reason, the spinning opposite direction of the tires hit and flipped my vehicle on its side, and then I got kicked out. It was hopping as it was coming to a stop. I was going 20 miles an hour, and I got kicked underneath of it as it was hopping, and it landed on top of me and broke my pelvis, and then dragged me down the road a little bit further, and it was bad. They had to lift it off of me, call the ambulance. We had to wait it was 45 minutes for an ambulance to show up, and yeah, it was. I thought I broke my back. I didn't realize it was my pelvis. I thought it was my back, and I remember the first thing I did was I looked down at my toes, And I was like, am I going to be paralyzed? And I like wiggled my toes and they still worked. I was like, thank God. It is a miracle that I can walk. If it wasn't for Jesus, I don't think I would be walking. So yeah, it was a very painful experience. And I'm lucky to be alive because the doctor said that in the front of your pelvis is where the biggest arteries run through your legs. And if I was to break the bone and the bone, do all the damage in there, then I would have bled out in like 20 minutes. So yeah, thank God that I'm still alive and that I can walk. So anyway, that's kind of a serious note, but I thought I'd get that out there. Not everybody knows that about me. You have a chain wrapped around your entire pelvis, but I'm getting behind on chat here. You broke both your hip sockets, my pelvis in half, and I'm due for a hip replacement in a couple of weeks. Wow. I've only ever heard of one other guy doing that where they broke both their hip sockets. That's crazy. And did it? I guess I don't want to get into all the details because there's probably people who don't want to listen to it, but that is crazy. I'm sure that hurt really, really bad. You have a chain wrapped around your entire pelvis. Is it external hardware or internal hardware? Straight up, I'm that meme. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is like, well, and you don't think about it. You just walk. You don't think about it, but your pelvis is the structure that holds all of your upper body weight in your arms and your back and your head and all of that weight goes through your pelvis and then it's transferred down into your legs and your feet. And so if that is compromised, even when I had screws in, I was not allowed to put any weight through my legs. And so I had to be picked up, or they call it transferring, where you use a board to slide from the wheelchair to the bed or from a wheelchair to another chair. And so if I put any weight through my legs, I would risk, making my injury worse. I T-boned an SUV in my 88 Mustang and woke up 3 months later. Oh my gosh, so you were in a coma for 3 months. Wow. And your legs are paralyzed. Yeah, I was wondering that. So we got both sides of the coin. We got me, who was very lucky and fortunate to be able to walk, and Eric here, who does not get to walk. And I'm sorry about that, man. That was really tough. I struggled for months thinking about the fact I wouldn't be able to walk again, possibly. But, yeah. Shout out to Eric for being a hell of a tough human being. Alright, cool. Han says he's ready to rock. Send him over and get some sleep, man. I don't want to go to bed. Okay, it's internal. After 10 years of my hip is starting to finally give out and it's bone to bone. Dang, that sounds painful. Are you going to get a titanium hip replacement? I've seen a few hip replacements. I mean, I don't know what they all look like, but I guess I've seen a few pictures of what they look like. That's crazy. You had to be in the nursing home for 6 months. Boom in the bed. Yeah. Oh, I know what that's like. I mean, not exactly to your case, but I for me, the catheter was the worst part, but that's a whole other tangent to get into. Man, I hate to leave the stream now because I feel like we're getting into deep conversations. Everyone's getting all dialed in here. I feel like I'm just getting to know people, but I guess I need to be responsible and send everybody over to Cool Han. Luke. Well, I don't know why I keep leaning over this microphone. It's not even working. Yeah, I know Luke's live. I just was enjoying chatting to some nice people in here. I still consider myself lucky. I drive stick better than ever. It's just my ankles don't move and I have to wear a leg brace. Yeah, I bet you do. Okay, now on Insta. Okay, I'm now on Insta though. Okay, sweet. Well, maybe I'll, yeah, we'll see what happens. Do you have a YouTube channel? I assume that you do because you're on YouTube and you're chatting, so you must have some kind of YouTube channel. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get back to you tonight because I'm getting tired, but yeah, thank you very much for being here. General Trons, I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Mayo. Thank you, Eric. Cool Han, let me scroll up the chat here a little bit. Most of you guys have been here. There's some people who haven't commented that are here, but thank you all for being here. I had a great time with you guys, getting to know you and chatting. Didn't quite finish the Ahsoka Starfighter. I will confidently say we made it halfway through. Now I'm going to go on my phone and post the link for Cool Han's live stream. And if you guys could, those of you who are going to continue staying up and a part of the 48-hour streamathon can click on this link and go to the next streamer's page. That way I keep the chain going here. Let me check my Instagram here. Subscriptions. Okay, he is live. Share. Copy link. Sorry, this is not as straightforward as I would like it to be. There we go. So now you guys, whoever's left, can just go to the next person. Thank you guys for hanging out. I might actually go join him for a little bit and say hi, but I don't know. We'll see what he's feeling. Thank you guys very much for being here. I had fun. I appreciate you guys all being here. You've got a few vids and whatnot. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll check out your other pages. But thank you for following me on Instagram. I thank you for taking the time to make an Instagram. I know that takes a while, so appreciate that. I don't know why. I feel like Instagram's the easiest way to connect with people. But I guess and YouTube works, but it's a little harder to talk to people without handing out my phone number. But I don't know. I have to keep people kind of like this a little bit, and then as I get to know them, let the walls down a little bit. But anyways, thank you guys for being here. signing off, brick by brick together. I will see you guys in another live stream.